Hi, my name is Mady, and I am on a journey to lose weight and I feel like I'm serving up frump today. I thought about putting up my hair in a messy bun or even a svelte bun, but I just don't have the right head shape for it. I feel like I look like a potatoes uncle when I try. Is that true of anyone else? No? Okay. I've racked up a few vegetable challenges on my channel, and I'm including the Mediterranean diet video in that because I feel like she was pretty veggie heavy. And as an ex-vegetable hater, I have to say, I'm proud of myself. The fact of the matter is, the more research I do into health and fertility, the more studies I read that talk about the benefits of eating a diet that is rich in plants. It's not just about weight loss, it's about the quality of your eggs, just generally nourishing yourself to the best of your abilities, and for me, regularity. I'm sorry, I know that's gross, but that's really one of my favorite benefits of eating a lot of plants. So this is about eating the rainbow. And no, I will not make the obvious Skittles joke, although she is there. She is right there, looming. But according to this study, which I will have linked below, the benefit of eating a variety of plants is actually the same benefits that you get from eating 5 servings of vegetables per day. In fact, this study says that it may be just as important, if not more important, than getting all of your servings of plants. And notice I'm saying plants because something I straight up did not know when I originally read this study is that plants is not just fruits and vegetables. Plants are, in the scope of this study, also just science in general, nuts, seeds, legumes, herbs, spices, probably some other stuff I'm forgetting. Grains. It was grains. I was forgetting grains. The point is, plants actually covers a wide array of things. But as usual, for funsies, I decided to make the rules of this challenge a little bit harder for me so that you can see what I'm doing and realize, oh wow, Mady was able to do this with these more difficult rules. I can do this within the actual scope of the study. You feel me? No? That's okay. We'll get there. So for me, the rules of the 2 weeks were simple. I wanted to eat 30 different types of plants. In this, I included fruits, vegetables, and legumes, aka beans. I did include herbs, but only if they were fresh. I tend to cook with a lot of dry seasonings. I just feel like they probably offer less nutritional benefits. But I do know that the fresh ingredients do pack a punch, both nutritionally and also flavor-wise. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I have done a fair amount of plant-related challenges or vegetable-related challenges on my channel, so I will link a playlist at the end. But if you've seen any of my vegetable related challenges, then you would know that we don't villainize food on this channel. Potatoes and corn will be on the menu this week, boys, gals, and non-binary pals. You heard it here first. They're plants too. We don't discriminate around here, obviously. And finally, I debated about how I wanted to present the food. Basically, I decided to follow the same rubric as the Mediterranean diet, where I'm just going to break it down into the categories of the types of meals that I ate instead of going day to day, mainly because I feel like that would be a lot of footage and it would be kind of boring and redundant because I did eat leftovers and things. Sure, the leftovers didn't count toward the 30 different plants, but still, your girl ate leftovers. Regardless, with all that rambling out of the way, let's get started.
How about some breakfast? The most important meal of the day, serving it up Gary's way.
I feel like breakfast is one of the more difficult times to get plants in during the day. I thought about smoothies, but I feel like smoothies are a really obvious, easy way to go, and it's also something I've done on the channel before, so we didn't do smoothies. One of the things I did was this egg and potato hash that was very good. I like to use these Simply potatoes that I get at Walmart. I don't like to buy the stuff that's labeled as hash brown because they put a lot of oils and seeds and stuff in it. It's almost like it's pre-fried, which is delicious, but it's not really what we're going for. So I sauteed that in a little bit of olive oil. I also sauteed up some frozen onion and various bell peppers, as well as some mushrooms. Put the egg over top, a little sriracha, bada bing, bada boom. We got 4 plants at breakfast time. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. And fun fact, week 2, I did the same exact thing, but with sweet potato, because I know sweet potato is a little bit more nutritionally balanced than regular potato, and it was really good too. Probably one of my favorite meals that I made during this challenge were these little sweet potato toasts. You basically slice up sweet potato. You've probably heard about it. I felt like such an aesthetic girly doing it. But you slice up sweet potato. You can put it in your toaster. I did mine in a toaster oven. I'm sure you can do it in an oven. I used PB2 powder to put it over, a little smear action. And I also had some yogurt on the side with muesli. Not that that counts toward the plant count in this case, although it would for you if you did this under my not crazy rules. Point is, it was very good. It was very good. It was refreshing. It was delicious. I needed the yogurt on the side because it was a little like not enough food without the yogurt. But yes, 10 out of 10. Have eaten again several times. I also got a surprising amount of plants in my belly via snacks.
Get in my belly!
Wow. I feel like that reference is too old and it's very cringe and I'm very cringe and I'm going to embarrass my children someday.
Can I have a hug?
I low-key cheated the system and got one of those assorted fruit containers, and this had a good variety of fruit in it. And I'm not gonna lie, I ate this both week 1 and week 2 to tick off 5 plants in one go. I know it says 6 on there. I only counted the apples as 1 plant for the sake of this challenge. And like I said, to continue challenging myself. I also had these chocolate covered bananas. I don't claim these are the healthiest by any means ingredient wise, but they were a really good little like light, refreshing little late night snack. We were into them. I also tried this recipe for this watermelon caprese sandwich. Caprese? I don't know. Either way, I love a legit caprese sandwich. Oh, so good. Jimmy John's looking at you. But regardless, I'm trying not to do all that right now. So I tried this and I'm not gonna lie, it hit in more ways than I ever would have expected. She was actually pretty good. I even butchered an orange one night. I also had prunes for the exact reason you would think I would have prunes. I even tried dates for the first time. All right, I don't know how well the camera is viewing me, and it is from downward, so we're getting awesome double chin. But it is time for me to eat my 30th fruit of week 1. Well, my 30th plant, but in this case, it's a fruit. And I have chosen a date. I actually bought these a little bit ago. God, it's sticky. I bought these a little bit ago to put in some homemade almond milk. I was trying to make some cocoa almond milk. It did not go well, which is why you guys never saw it. Dates really give me the creeps. Doesn't this look like a giant bug? It looks like a June bug or a beetle. I gotta not think about it. I've never actually just eaten a date. Tara Hartman, who I literally mentioned in my last vlog, she stuffed some of hers with peanut butter because she was trying to kick a sugar craving or something. Plant number 30. And, I'm sorry, it is worth noting, plant number 30, in 4 days, I was able to eat 30 different types of plants in 4 days. Isn't that nuts? I feel like I cheated a little bit with the fruit salad, but ain't no shame in my game. Ain't no shame. Okay, let's try this. That's good. Tastes like peanut butter though. That's all I really taste. I gotta not think about it. Because again, the bug, the way it looks, it's good. It's good. All right, good for me. Plant number 30. I'm gonna have another one. It grew on me. All right, that is it. We are done. Hey, honey, do you want a peanut butter date?
Yeah, sure, hang on.
Naturally, lunch and dinner was going to be where I got the most plants. And I feel like you couldn't kind of get around this challenge without having some salad, so I did. The first day I had something similar to what I made in my Mediterranean diet video. It's just like a salad, clocking in at 5 plant points. We're here for her. I also had this salad with tuna steak. I made this in my last vlog, but it was so good, I had to make it again. And the salad itself is super simple with romaine and radicchio, but the source of the plants in the salad actually came in the ginger dressing, and it tastes literally like what you get at the restaurants. So good, chef's kiss. There was also one day that we grilled and your girl had some corn and vegetable skewers. And I know that seems really simple and basic, but honestly, that with a little Japanese barbecue sauce, it has no right to be as good as it is. In my opinion, one of the easiest ways to get in any amount of plants would probably be various soups. I did make this soup on the channel before, but maybe you haven't seen that video, but it is the minestrone soup and it is amazing. And I know it's summer and you might be like, Mady, nobody's eating soup right now, but it's me. I'm eating soup. I love soup. So regardless, we had to do it to him. We had to make it. And this soup has 9 plants in it. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I'm sorry. It hits. Henry gets excited when I make it. It just hits. I also felt like I had to make the recipe from the short where I learned about this challenge. And you know what? Her name's Plant You. I'll have her linked down below, her channel. That is her ginger dressing recipe. She is doing the Lord's work, and I will tell you exactly why. You ever watch a short and it's a really good looking recipe, and then you go to the description or the comments, and all that's there is hopes and dreams. They don't give you measurements, they don't give you hope, they don't give shit. I've been told that they do this because they want you to go buy their cookbook, but half the time I can't even find a damn cookbook. Plant You doesn't do that. She has a blog that she puts her recipes in, and it's all written and it's all organized. She has that jump to recipe button. I hope that her pillow has the cool side at all times at night. I hope she's always at the right temperature. I hope she never gets a cavity. I hope good things for that woman, because this recipe, my God, was so good. Okay, I should not be this dramatic, but I really did not think it would be as good as it was, considering it has 10 plants in it. 10! Again, as an ex-vegetable hater, I am shook. I did not count it as a plant, but I also had chickpea pasta with it for a little added protein. I hope good things for this woman, I really do. On the flip side of things, there was totally one day where I was just desperate for a really quick lunch, and so I warmed up one of these, like, simply whatever, I don't even know what you call them, but basically some grilled chicken and some broccoli. But it was a decent amount of broccoli, so I felt comfortable counting it toward the plant count this week. One night we had this pineapple salmon with asparagus and red potatoes, and I know that sounds simple, but it was so freaking good. I will be making that again. We also had some basic fajitas as well, with a little onion, a little bell pepper, and I made this homemade guac, and don't judge that it was browning. It totally was, but that's okay. It had avocado, tomato, onion, and lime juice. And no, we're not counting the lime juice toward the plants, but I just want you guys to know I do put lime juice in my guac. I may look white, but I'm at least Native American. Come on now. I also looked up a recipe for a stir fry. I used a frozen bag of veggies, and I also ended up adding some onion to it as well. And I topped it with this chicken apple sausage, just for that, again, added protein. We are here for her. This is where I discovered that I don't actually like baby corn, it turns out. Tastes like dirt. I want that grown-up daddy corn, that big papa corn. Okay. Finally, we did go out to eat thrice during these 2 weeks, which is a little more than usual, so don't judge. The first place was basic AF. We went to Chipotle, and we are here for her. She is pretty tasty, not gonna lie. We also went to Who Hot because I guess I hadn't had enough stir fry, and my first concoction had like zucchini, edamame, the dreaded baby corn. I decided to try her again. She still tasted like dirt. Cabbage, and bean sprouts. And the second one was a little weird, not gonna lie, but it had mushrooms, carrots, more bean sprouts, black beans, pineapple, and I topped it with some shredded coconut. We were going for a sweet vibe. And I know that's weird, but if you go to a place like Who Hot, you just gotta try shit to see what works. The last place we went out to eat was brunch. And look, I'm not claiming that this is healthy by any means, but it did have a lot of plants, so for the sake of this challenge, it counts. And despite not being the healthiest meal with the addition of the biscuit and undoubtedly the tasty oils they use to cook everything in, I still managed to eat 9 plants that meal. So overall, I would call this challenge a success.
Lunchtime is over. Boom, did it! Had it both ways. No regrets.
This did require some planning for sure. I started by listing all of the fruits and vegetables that I could think of off the top of my head, and I still kept adding to that list as the weeks went on. I feel like in order to keep doing this, I would have to jot down the plants that I'm currently eating in a notebook to tick them off and make sure that I'm hitting that 30 every single week. But I definitely want to keep doing it because, like I said, it just wasn't as difficult as I thought. One of the other ways I challenged myself, which I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, was that I only counted bell pepper as one plant. Didn't matter what color I ate, it was one plant. And I did the same with onion as well. So if I ate a yellow onion and a red onion, it was one plant. Like I said, I wanted to challenge myself. Although come to think of it, my made up rules don't make sense because I totally counted the berries separately. The point is, if you're ever doing this, you should count those plants as separate plants because they do have different nutritional value. I discovered while doing this challenge that red bell peppers actually have more nutritional value than any of the other bell peppers, which is why they're like $1.38 a piece at the store. So yeah, no. Even with all my crazy wacky rules that I put in place, this was not as difficult as I thought it would be. It does get harder as the week goes on and you're eliminating kind of the regular plants that you eat in your diet, but honestly, With a little bit of planning, it is totally possible. I really enjoyed finding new recipes for this challenge, and I also realized, like, I've been sleeping on stir fry. Like, we love her. So I will link all of those recipes down below, as well as that playlist at the end, in case nothing in this video really spoke to you. Maybe something in those videos will. You never know. But if you guys want me to do any other plant-related challenges or anything like that, drop it down below in the comments. This is actually a really good place to end it as well. So, as usual, if you like that video, like, comment, subscribe. The YouTube wizards love that stuff for the growth of my channel. And if you're interested in the growth of my channel, you should do those things. But it's okay. I love you. And I hope you have a great day. Bye. Why do I always want to look into it? I just do. Okay, bye.